All right, hello everybody. So last time we were working on categorical to categorical um, bar charts that had an explanatory variable that was categorical, that's laid out on the x-axis, and then the response variable. We had to make sure it had two categories. Basically, one of the categories was yes, something was happening. The other category was no, that thing was not happening. Um, and remember, we had to collapse our response variable if it had more than two categories. But I'm going to go back to this one that the explanatory variable was the eyewear, the response was asthma. We made sure it had the numbers back, the zeros and the ones, because this plot averaged those zeros and ones and in essence gave the proportion of ones, or what the ones meant was diagnosed with asthma. So we're going to use this to do a plot that's going to look very, very similar. And it's going to show the same explanatory eyewear, but then number of siblings as the response. And number of siblings is already quantitative. It's already numbers that mean numbers. And so when it averages all of those sibling numbers for each of these categories, it's going to give the mean. So the height of these bars is going to be the mean, which is kind of cool. We're using the same code to do two very different kinds of scenarios. So I'm going to put this in here and then just update what it is. So it's still a cat plot, but and so going to be eyewear is explanatory, but it's going to be sibling number as the response, and so it's going to be categorical, explanatory, quantitative response. I don't need this. I don't need to make sure that the quantitative variable has numbers. It already has numbers. So kind of the title is going to be, does eyewear seem to determine how many siblings you have? And eyewear is the explanatory, sibling number is the response. Eyewear categories is a great X label. And so the average number of siblings, number of siblings is going to be what's measured for each of those categories as the height of the bar, or the y-axis values. So this should go smoothly unless I made some sort of a typo someplace, and of course I did. What does it say? SB not defined. Did I not run my stuff? Look at, there's no check marks. There's no check marks anywhere. So I did not do runtime. So I'm going to run all. It's always discouraging when you think you're doing it right and then it gives you errors, right? But it tries to tell you what was wrong. And so the error said SB not defined. Here I'm using the Seaborn package to do my cat plot. And I hadn't imported it. I hadn't done anything. It didn't even get to the part where what the heck is eyewear, right? All right. So there we go. There's our new plot. And just from a glance, it looks like, these have different averages. Are they significantly different? Hard to tell. But we at least have, looks like there's some association between whether what your eyeglass wearing situation is and how many siblings you have. All right, next time we're going to do what's called a side-by-side box plot and get a little bit more information about this relationship. And I'll see you back for that.